Hello, and welcome to the Small Business Certification online application process. To begin, click Apply for Certification. On this screen, you'll notice that you'll need to have an Access Broward account. If you do not already have an Access Broward account, register it here by clicking Register Here. I'm going to sign into my account using my username and password. And it takes you to the first page of the application. So note, your firm must have a continuing operating presence in Broward County for at least 1 year prior to submitting the application. So the date that you began your business should be here, and it should be at least 1 year ago. You want to enter your tax ID number here and the legal name of the business. This section, if you have another name for your business, you can enter it here. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. You want your address, suite number if you have one, the contact telephone number, email address, website if you have one, and the contact name. This button, you should click it if your mailing address is the same as your business primary address. If it's different, then leave this button unchecked and fill in that information. Business type. If your business is a corporation, you want to click the button, or limited liability partnership. One of these, you can click the correct button. Business origin. Click new startup for if that's the way you started your business. If you bought an existing business or had a business transferred, you can click one of the other buttons, but you must click one of these buttons. Number of employees is self-explanatory. Branch offices. If you have a branch office in another location outside of Broward County, here is where you'd want to put it. So you would click Add Business Branch and fill out the information. When you hit enter, you'll see this on the screen. Business activity. This particular business is a consulting business, so the drop down, they selected contract services. In this section, you want to add the NAICS codes. That's the business classification code that goes along with your business activity. So here, each time you want to enter a NAICS code, you want to hit Add NAICS, and then you'll see, once you enter them, you'll see them show up here. These are the codes that a firm will, if they're looking for the services you provide and they search our directory, if they put either of these NAICS codes in, your business will pop up. Here you want to identify the services that your firm provides, and you want to be as specific as possible. That helps us help you. Not everybody knows all of the NAICS code that apply to their business, and so what we do is, when we're reviewing the application, we look at what's listed here, and if there's a missing NAICS code, we will add it. When you get to this section, you want to click Save and scroll back down, making sure all this information is entered correctly, and then hit Next. Now, you can step away from the application if you need to. As long as you've hit saved on those pages, it will save you up until that page. Just make sure that you do not hit submit if you plan on going back to the application, because once you hit submit, the application comes to us and you can no longer get into it. Okay, so this section is for ownership information. You want to click Add Owner and select the owner that you want to give this information for. In this particular instance, it was John Doe who was the owner of the company. He hit a 100% ownership. He's owned this company for 2 years as of February 1st, 2019. and he invested $500 cash to pay for business tax receipts, the registration with the state of Florida, the sunbiz.org, and $1,000 in equipment, which was his computer, his scanner, his laptop, his cell phone, whatever equipment that he's using for his business. Again, click next and it will save. So this section is owner personal net worth. We're going to click the owner, who is John Doe, and here is where you're going to list your assets and your liabilities. So you want to click list assets, and you're going to list all the assets that John Doe has personally, not the business, but his personal assets. So we put $500 in cash. He has $50,000 in a retirement account. Life insurance is listed only if this policy has a cash value, meaning you can borrow money against the policy. If not, you want to leave that blank. He has another $50,000 in stocks and bonds. He doesn't own another business, so there's nothing here. Real estate not including primary home. So your primary residence is not included in your assets. Only real estate that is not your primary residence, would you put that here? In this case, he has none. Personal vehicles. He has a small car and no other personal property. Here you can put furniture, any other additional assets that you have that are valued, that you valued. Let's just put for furniture $3,000. No other assets, so you hit save and it's going to total it for you. So you can see his assets are $123,500. Now we're going to list individually the liabilities. In this case, accounts payable would be those revolving accounts like credit cards. So we'll put $10,000 here. Notes payable would be any other types of personal loans. John Doe has none. Notes on his personal vehicle. He still owes $10,000 on that. Loans against life insurance. He does not have a liquid policy, so that's left blank. He has no other real estate, so again, that's left blank. And no unpaid taxes or any other liabilities. So we're going to click save. And again, it will total the liabilities and it'll give the personal net worth. So click next. Here is where you're going to list the last 3 years of the firm's tax returns, the gross receipts from the tax returns. John Doe Consulting has only been in business for a year, so he only has 1 year of tax returns for 2019. He hasn't filed 2020 as of yet, so he's just listing 2019. Each time you want to list a different year, you want to click Add Business Gross Receipts. And again, this is coming from your firm's tax return. Contracts or sales. This section just lets the reviewer know that you've provided services that you say you want to provide to Broward County, that you've provided them in the past. So John Doe Consulting, add a business contract. You want to click the blue button, and John Doe Consulting has a client named Joseph Mead Sales and Services. The contract amount was $20,000. He completed it on January 1st, 2020. He was not a subcontractor on the project, and he provided marketing, consulting, and web design. All this you can fill in when you click Add Business Contract. So let's go next. Add Business Officer. This is the section that you're telling the reviewer who's responsible for what in the business operations. This is a one-man business, and so John Doe clicked Add Business Officer, and the title and the name was here. For this particular case, it was his president. His responsibilities are day-to-day operations, and the full name is John Doe. This section is for affiliate information. If you own another business, you would put that information here. If you were to select yes here, it would open another window, and you could put the information about the affiliate business. John Doe Consulting doesn't own any other businesses, so he's selected no in each of these, as well as no in is this a business and affiliate business. Does the firm use another company to process payroll? Some businesses do use ADP and some of the other companies to process their payroll, but this particular instance, the answer was no. So you want to save it and go next. Offices and facilities, you want to click Add Business Facility for the primary location. That address, we've pre-selected it here. So that address is his business address. This is his administrative office. It's about 600 square feet in his home. So he clicked residential here. He doesn't share his space with anyone else. And his office hours are not 8 to 5, but 9 to 6:30. So you can fill that all out when you click Add Business Facility. Again, this is not a shared space, so we can move forward. Add business license. John Doe Consulting is a consulting business, and the only licenses that are required are the Broward County Business Tax Receipt and the City of Fort Lauderdale Business Tax Receipt. You must have both Broward County and the municipality tax receipt. So in this instance, you would click Add Business License, and you would fill out the information. Equipment, John Doe Consulting has no equipment, so you just move on. John Doe has no other certifications, but had he had, say, the DBE certification or the MWBE certification from the state of Florida, here is where he would enter that information. In this instance, he does not have any certificates, so we move on. This section is an optional section. It's an owner, ethnicity, and gender. And in this instance, John Doe is male and Caucasian. So you want to hit save and go next. This is the supporting document checklist. This is where you're going to upload the required documentation in order for us to review and to determine eligibility for the program. In each document, the first 5 of these are required. The system will not let you move forward unless you upload the first 5, and that's the signed and notarized affidavit, the first page of the federal tax returns for the previous 3 years. Make sure you save these documents individually. For the federal tax returns, you can save the 3 years in one document. So 2019, 2018, and 2017, the first page of the tax return can be saved in one document. You'll need to upload the Broward County tax receipt, the municipality tax receipt, and the resume from each owner. Again, just like with the tax returns, if there's multiple owners, you can save all the resumes in one document and submit that. Copies of state or county competencies, you want to add those if you have them. If they're required for your business to operate, then we would expect to see that. And these other 3 additional items are for things like lease if you have a commercial location, invoices if you're including those, and so forth. So we've pre-uploaded a couple of these, but I just wanted to show you how this section works. So let's start with the Broward County Business Tax Receipt. You want to click the blue button. You want to click Choose File. And then in where you've saved the documents that you were going to upload, you want to click the Broward County business tax receipt. So that's there. You click open and make sure that it's the Broward County business tax receipt and click save. And it'll tell you that you've successfully saved the form. Again, with the city tax receipt, we need both the Broward tax receipt and the municipality tax receipt. So we click the blue button, we choose File, and where we've saved our files, we'll choose the city tax receipt. Click Open, and then making sure that it's the city tax receipt that we saved, we're going to hit Save. And again, it says success. Your form was successfully saved. So we have all the required documents saved here, and then the rest of these are documents that may not apply to you, but if they do, you can upload documents here. So you want to go next. In this section, it just says to make sure to select the Submit button. Once you hit Submit, you cannot go back into the application, so make sure everything is correct before you hit Submit. There's a little button here next to I do hereby authorize. You want to click that button, and then if you're ready, you hit Submit, and you're done. Congratulations, you have successfully submitted an application. You will receive an email notification to let you know that we've received your application, and while we're reviewing it, the status will be pending. Thank you very much, and thank you for your interest in Broward County Small Business Certification.